everybody!
Hello.
Christmas time is here. Well, we're going to be releasing this like a week before Christmas. So, yeah, Christmas time, New Year's time. This is our Freja MMA year of 2019 review. And as you can see, we're all dressed up nicely. Joanne put in the effort. He really did. He done his hair, can't you see? Um, so, Joanne, 2019.
Yeah, it's a, it's been a lot happening
Yeah, it's been
2019, especially for me who did nothing 2018.
well, we did leave the podcast for a while and then we bring it back and now we're looking to do it a bit more often for you guys.
Yeah.
So it's been a bit of a busy one.
Hmm.
I mean, we've gone to a few events, Superior Challenge, Fight Club Rush, Excellence Fighting Championship, AK Fighting Championship, and I'll let you guys in on a little secret in case Joanne is a bit slow today. He was on the eggnog a bit yesterday with his work Christmas party.
This is a julbord.
Yeah. So I tried to wake him up early this morning, but didn't get there. But we was able to do 2 podcasts today. The other one will be released next week. We'll just schedule that so that we can actually open presents and be with our family.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd just go into a bit of a review. How do you feel like we've done, Joanne? It's not really like a job review.
No, exactly. This is obviously a hobby, but I've enjoyed it. Like I enjoy every event, and I'm enjoying them more and more because, well, you're learning to do things in a way that fits each avenue, so to speak.
Yeah,
because they are very different.
And if you ever see Joanne at events, he'll spend a lot of the time staring at like the video equipment and soundboard and lighting, and it is like a child on Christmas Day. He's super like ooh. So like you're such a tech guy, right?
Yeah.
You just love your tech, and next year I'm gonna be in a bit of a disguise because Mr. Freja MMA is getting old, and I'm gonna be getting my first pair of glasses. Mm-hmm. Wow. Which means I'll be blinking a lot less. I don't know if anyone's watching and thought that I have Tourette's or something like that.
Well, yeah, everyone that knows you personally certainly has.
Yeah, like what the fuck is up with him at the moment? Yeah. Cheers, man. So I'll be doing an impression of him next time because I'll be wearing glasses.
Yeah, it's like I can see things.
Yeah. But yeah, like it's a present. It's a present on Christmas. Have you bought anything for yourself this Christmas?
No.
Gonna get any new tech, or are you looking to buy anything new?
Not really. No. It's just been car troubles. But
tell me about it.
But obviously, when the paycheck comes, I'll be doing my Christmas errands that last day. Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you spending Christmas, with the family or?
Yeah, with family.
Nice. Yeah, I'm doing the same. Going to both the mother-in-laws and father-in-laws. So, yeah.
Both. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that should be fun. And it's the kind of thing of like, you could always have kids around on Christmas, right? So.
Yeah, it's always more fun. Like Santa's not a thing. They don't. It's perfect.
Hey.
Oh shit.
Hey, you don't know who watches podcast.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler alert. We'll put a big spoiler alert at the start. And we also asked people for questions, which we'll get to in a bit. So while you was partying away yesterday, okay, I did have a little bit of a celebration myself, but I was able to watch UFC. So you haven't looked at the results yet, right?
No, I have no clue.
So let's start from like around the bottom of the card, which will be like Daniel Tamir. I guess everyone in Sweden was watching for Daniel Tamir. Viaplay only put prelims on their channel when there's a Swedish person fighting on it, which I think is kind of a bit like, if you could do it, why don't you do it, kind of thing. Like people want to watch prelims as well. So he lost, but to a very lanky like jiu-jitsu guy. And yeah, but I feel like Daniel Tamer will come back and like he'll get another shot in the UFC, no problem.
Mm.
And then we'll just shoot up into the three main events, which were the three title fights. Amanda Nunes. Let's start with Amanda Nunes. Okay. Amanda Nunes has beaten every single women's champion in the UFC from her weight class and the weight class above.
Mm.
People need to start seeing that she is one of the greatest of all time now.
Mm.
Straight up. Like, I can't think of anyone that could beat her. Just can't. I feel like she's going to be with this title for a long time. I know that she was talking about retirement and maybe like starting a family, having a baby or something, but
Sounds
yeah.
like a good plan. I mean,
yeah.
she conquered everyone.
So she fought Jermaine Durandame, which I actually did have like my thought of. Jermaine Durandame could be someone that could like stop her. And when standing, the striking of Jermaine Durandame seemed to be a lot more crisper. But Amanda Nunes used her wrestling and took her down more than one occasion on every round and won the fight.
Yeah.
So that was that. Second title fight of the night, Max Holloway versus Alexander Volkanovski. Now, if you see someone that's like, let's say 183 centimeters faces someone that's 163 centimeters, you'd think like, okay, the tall guy has so much advantage. But they're both the same weight. So one guy is so much more built. And that was the case for Alexander Volkanovski, who obliterated Max Holloway with leg kicks and came up with a win. And then the last fight of the night, I'm trying to get through this fast, so we're not just talking about MMA.
Please.
Let's go. So the last fight of the night, everyone's most hated Colby Covington, the guy that has taken the wrestling heel persona and kind of ran with it and made everyone kind of hate him to the point of we want to see him lose. We want to see him fight the champion so he can lose. He lost. There you go. He actually got his jaw broken as well in the
celebration or
Yeah.
wait, that's not good.
He got his jaw broken in the third round and then was finished in the fifth. So
That's impressive in a sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
it's kind of a bit of a question of when you tell your corner that your jaw is broken, should they throw in the towel?
Did he tell his corner?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah,
Like-
they believe in him a lot.
Yeah. So that was UFC. Boom, done.
Done.
Next. Yeah. Like we got a few viewers' questions that we're gonna go through. Joanna's not seen them yet. I have, but we'll go through them. So I kind of said, put up on Instagram, like, give me some questions or just a shout out, say hey, like, because you're someone that watches the show. So thanks to everyone that wrote in, and even the weird sites that are just like girls that want to have sex tonight. Like, thanks for the follow. So let's start with the first one that came from Robin Pretty Boy Ruse.
Oh.
Anyone want to add him on Instagram? Robin Pretty Boy Ruse. I guess everyone's already following him. He said, I'll let you answer first, Joanne. You got to be careful here.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite Swedish MMA fight this year? Question mark and this face.
Well, I mean, it's either Rus versus Westlund or Andreas versus Magnor. Anders.
Ole Magnor.
Yeah.
Was that? Oh yeah, I did say this year. You just said favorite Swedish MMA fight. So if I have to kind of push you for an answer.
Yeah. Okay. This year definitely, or last month definitely Rus, and for way back time period as well. Like that fight was amazing.
Yeah, I would also give that my number one.
Yeah.
My close number two was Fernando Flores versus Adam Bramhald. But Adam Bramhald isn't Swedish, so I don't know how I should answer that. He's English, but it was that Swedish event. But so we give the winner to Adam Westland versus Robin Bruce.
Yeah.
So I hope that answered your question, Robin. Everyone's just bigging up themselves. Um,
Yeah, like how do you do such an amazing performance and then be like,
yeah,
who had the best fight?
yeah.
It's
Who
like,
looks better? You know. So then the next question comes from Berserker.mma on Instagram. That's Kenneth Evanson, and he says, "What is your favorite submission in MMA?"
oh, I don't know submissions in MMA.
But you've
Mm,
seen it. You've seen them happen.
yeah,
You can
yeah,
you can see the good thing about
yeah.
video podcasts is you can act it out as
Okay.
well.
The
Not on
coolest
me.
the coolest one was Akman's heel hook at Supreme 19.
Yeah, you like that one
Yeah,
as Superior
just
Challenge. Yeah, with
ah!
the vocal tap out. So heel hooks.
Yeah,
I'll say that's a good answer.
yeah.
Like I also enjoy a good heel hook. Um, like because I've seen these questions already. I've had a bit more time to think about it,
Mhm.
and this is a very hard question. Very hard question because I'm like, there's been two twisters in the UFC which are like pretty cool. Um, there's Owen St. Preux with the Von Flu chokes all the time, but I think I'll have to go with the Ezekiel choke that Alexei Olenek done. Like I was so good at. So if anyone wants to YouTube that, you should go YouTube that now. So I hope that answered your question, Kenneth Evanson. Here's a big name that sent us a question as well.
Oh,
Soren, the True Viking back.
oh, oh,
Bellator
cool.
fighter who had a successful debut there.
Yeah.
So hey, Soren.
Hey, sorry.
Uh, I'll ask you. Like, I'll have to change the phrasing for you, Joanne.
Hmm.
What made you start with Freya MMA?
Well, Rez.
Yeah,
So that's a quick one.
nobody sees the gun under the table right now. So just say something nice, man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
asked you, and you could have said no. So
Yeah.
what made you start with it?
So there's always been a fascination with fighting sports, obviously, since it is a fascinating subject in of itself. But yeah, so Rez gave me the opportunity to see more of it, get a bit more personal, and I really enjoy it. Yeah.
See, giving people opportunities that they wouldn't usually have.
Mm.
So my answer to that, which was like, why did you start MMA? I guess. What made you start MMA was, um, I looked at what I've been a fan of MMA for a long time. Like as I said, I'm getting old. I need glasses. It's been a long time. Uh, so a fan of fight sports. I think I can't exactly pinpoint my first time I watched MMA, but it might have been Diego Sanchez in The Ultimate Fighter. So that was a very long time ago.
Mm.
Um, and then I moved to Sweden, not for the MMA scene or anything, but just in general because I didn't like the stress of London.
Mm.
And then I looked around at what the MMA sites were like around here, and I was like, there seems to be a lot more about the sport that they're missing.
Mm.
Like the local scene, the Swedish MMA league, the World Championships. Would have never have known about the World Championships if I didn't come to Sweden.
Yeah.
Um, plus, they only do it in Swedish, and I feel like that's limiting yourself a bit.
Well, I mean, you're obviously gonna have a Swedish audience when you start up in Sweden.
Yeah, but you know, it's the kind of thing of, are you gonna stay in a garage or are you gonna, move out of the garage into? Yeah. So it was just kind of like that. Plus, I wanted to shine a light on a bit more of the depths behind MMA, like officiating,
Hmm.
point judging, and so on and so forth. So stay tuned for stuff like that coming up in the future. So next question, which came from Tobias Bad Intention.
What?
So that is Tobias
Yeah,
Harila from
yeah.
Westeros Fight Club. He said, "Who?" I had to put emphasis on that because it's all in caps. Who is the best MMA fighter from our hometown of Westeros? So I'll send that one to you, Joanne. Careful because he does punch hard. But
Yeah.
who is the best MMA fighter from our hometown of Västerås?
I don't know all the fighters.
Okay, in your opinion, that you have seen.
Well, it's the big scary guy, obviously. Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to get a medal, so sorry, guys. So who you saying?
I lost his name again. The big fucking tattoo all over his
Are you
back.
saying Andreas Gustafsson?
Yeah, of course I'm saying Andreas Gustafsson. That guy's. I mean, every time I watched him fight, it's a long fight. It doesn't end, but damn, I wouldn't want to be the other guy.
I would also agree with you from
Yeah.
a record standpoint. He's fought in Cage Warriors and won. Yeah, he's undefeated and he looks fucking scary as hell. So yeah, big Bane. If anyone wants to check him out, Andreas Gustafsson. Then there was a few like high Freja MMAs from Dario Wing, Monica Kiss. I'm thinking those are those sites, you know. And Dulatov.a1. Next question from XX Jaffe XX. So that's one of my old school friends, Justin, who says, "How many fights are you booked to see next year?" Hopefully all of them. But yeah, the way it kind of works is when a event is starting and being promoted, then we apply for press credentials, or if not, we go there as fans anyway. So how many am I looking to go and see?
Well, the answer is always an optimistical as many
Yeah,
as possible.
I would like to see as many
Yeah.
as possible, but with work and everything, I'm not sure if that can happen. But yeah, look out for us. We're going to be there. We're going to be there. I really want to go to UFC London this year as well, but we'll see. We'll see. Linda Verdig said, "Thank you for a great podcast."
Yeah, thank you, Linda, as well.
Yes,
it was
and
a good one.
if anyone wonders who that is, yeah, at Linda Verdig on Instagram, and you can check back on one of our previous podcasts where we had a talk with her about plant-based diets.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that. This one was a bit worrying to me. It was all in Russian, so I had to not only Google Translate but ask a friend that speaks Russian for a translate, because you never know. You can't
Two lifelines. Oof,
can't
then it's
really
bad.
trust it. Like which it kind of came down to, what would you do when you will be attacked? And now here's the thing. He's Russian, and I'm like, do you mean what are we gonna do when the Russians attack, or like in MMA? What would you do if you get attacked, or in general on the street or whatever?
Yeah, I think I'd do the thing I see fighters do when they don't want to fight anymore, and it's just huddle up and then stop moving. Like, fuck.
Well, okay, that would be your point of defense. What would be your point of attack if someone was to attack you?
Yeah, run.
Run.
Yeah.
Joanne's such a lover, not a fighter. Yeah. I don't know either. I guess that's the thing of you just got to be in the moment of that. Or if the question was about Russia, join them. I don't know. Like what can I do?
Yeah, it's like, okay, Russia attacks. I'm gonna learn like 3 sentences. It's like I capitulate with no terms. I surrender and don't shoot. It's like,
I think that's all everyone needs, right? Why are we not teaching this in school, guys? Come on. And then there was a few emojis, with hearts and that. So that was the questions. You got any questions for me, Joanne? Let's get this. Let's get this.
Any questions for Res? What do we do? What do we do in? What do we do in yet next year? Because I don't know.
I've had a few plans.
Yeah, I'd suspect.
It's all in the, just writing it down on a piece of paper and throwing it somewhere kind of stage. But I would like for us to do a bit more interviews. As you've seen on our YouTube channel as well, our interviews are going through the roof on
Yeah.
our, like, YouTube has found us that the servers can't handle it, you know. Um, so our interviews are going through the roof, and you have also been interested on taking our equipment on the road, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So one of my thoughts I had was, I'm copyrighting this, I'm patenting this, so nobody steal it. Fika with Freja MMA. So if any non-Swedish people listening in, fika is a Swedish term of
Grab a coffee.
sitting down, having a pause, having a chat, having a coffee, maybe a little bit of cake or something like that.
Yeah.
So I figured we can go to fighters' towns and ask them where their favorite cafe is, ask permission to film there, and have a bit of a conversation.
Yeah.
It may be highly edited, unlike our podcast, but yeah, I think it could be something that could be interesting. Also, I feel like next year is the year of challenges.
Ooh, you mentioned this before.
Yeah, Johan is not looking.
I didn't know I would be included in this.
Didn't sign up for this. We are the faces of MMA. We just are. And by the way, if anyone is sick of looking at our faces, you can also check us out on audio platform for podcasts as well. So just search us for whatever podcast platform you use. So yeah, I feel like some cool challenges would be good for us. Get us out of our comfort zone, because people love to see other people suffer.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to not have the first reaction be huddle up in a ball or run. Who knows? Maybe that could be something.
Maybe someone will teach you something else. So if you want to see Joanne huddle up in a ball and and try to run, check out the next video. Yeah, we're too comfy here. I mean, the studio's great. You know, we're both in comfy chairs. Let's get out of that comfort zone and yeah, let's start to show what the Freja MMA team can really do. Have you got any thoughts on what you would like to do next year? No.
I'm not a plan guy.
Don't give me anything more. Like, no, you know, I mean, we're always looking to give great content to everyone that we work with, promoters, fighters. As you see, we don't only do podcasts with fighters or MMA based podcasts. We're also doing other stuff and branching out. I have spoke to a few officials about coming onto the podcast and talk about the ups and downs of, and I guess the stress of officiating.
Yeah. Because they're busy.
Yeah. I know recently in the Swedish MMA news, it's all a bit upside down with the Swedish referee committee, so DECOR, and the Swedish MMA Federation, and yeah, we're gonna hope for that to all die out and everything, so that we can Swedish MMA can move on and get better, should I say? So yeah, more stuff about officiating and just great content.
Yeah,
that's all we need. So that, I know is a short one today, but we got stuff coming up, and we got to be with our families. Come on, guys.
It's a short one, 25 minutes.
Yeah, 25 minutes of me just chatting shit. So yeah, we're gonna be with our families, and I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas
and a Happy New Year.
And remember, everybody, it's not a hobby,
it's a lifestyle.
There we go. See ya.
Bye.